Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is indeed Mother's Day. Welcome to Spirits Home, our second gathering in our new incarnation. We're so excited to have you. I'd like to thank in advance my wonderful companion in deandom, Rev Nathan DeMay, who is working as Zoomnista today. Bless him. Bless him. Thank you. I'm going to do an opening song, and before I do that, I want to explain something because in the song I use the word God. And sometimes people kind of go, "Ugh," when they hear that and they don't know what I mean. So I want to clarify that when I use the word God in this song, well, when I use the word God anytime, but especially in this song, I'm talking about the expansiveness of all things. I'm not talking about a man in the sky throwing lightning bolts at us. I'm not talking about a punishing deity that thinks some of us are worthy and some of us are not. I'm talking about the essence that lives and breathes in each one of us, in all of us, and is the very air that we breathe and that we're swimming in. So when you hear the word, if it lands funky, just in your mind, change it to the word good, and then we're fine. So there we go. As I let go, I make more room for God. I make more room for the God within me. As I let go, I make more room for God. I make more room for the God within me. I am expanding. I am expanding. I make more room for the God within me. As I let go, I make more room for love. I make more room for the love within me. As I let go, I make more room for love. I make more room for the love within me. I am expanding. I am expanding. I make more room for the love within me. As I let go, I make more room for God. I make more room for the God within me. And Nathan, it's you.
Prayer, a prayer for Mother's Day. Eternal Spirit who mothers us all, for some this is a day of difficulty and grieving. May we see them and offer them our compassion. For others, today is a day of joy and gratitude for the people who have mothered us in any and all ways. May we carry their care and kindness into the world. Great Mother, hold us all close to your infinitely loving heart. Amen.
Amen.
When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. That's from Lao Tzu. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. C.S. Lewis.
Yes, thank you. Awesome. Awesome. So there's a children's book that I have carried with me since I was a little wee little one. And inside the front cover, my mother's handwriting identifies it as being the property of Anita Hollander, my sister. And then under that, I wrote in my childhood handwriting my name. We'll get back to the significance of that later. Anyway, the book is Are You My Mother? By P.D. Eastman, who also wrote the classic Go Dog Go. In this story, a mother bird goes searching for food in the anticipation of her soon-to-be-born baby bird. However, the baby bird bursts out of its shell while mom is gone, and it becomes a journey to find its mother. Without knowing what she even looks like or what she even is, it just goes on journeying. The bird encounters a cat, a hen, a dog, a cow, a truck, and finally a snort, also known as an excavator. And the excavator miraculously picks up the bird and drops it back into their nest just before mom returns home with food for their baby. With each encounter, the baby bird asks, "Are you my mother?" And each animal responds that they can't be because they are who they are, which is not a mother bird. This got me thinking, for this particular day, about the whole idea of what mother means as a concept. I mean, we were all birthed by a biological mother, of course. And for some of us, those relationships can be, let's call it complicated. Some of us have wonderful, loving relationships with our mothers. Some have more distant relationships. Some of us have had to say goodbye to our mothers, which even as an adult can be painfully difficult. The whole mother concept is not the easiest thing to define. I'm going to pause for a second. Nathan, can you change it so it's just me and not everybody's picture on the screen? I'm not sure if I can do that.
Is that
There we go. I fixed it. I got
okay?
it. I got it. Sorry, everybody. So, again, this mother concept, not easy to define. So, my usual go-to for semantic research is the dictionary. This time, though, I decided to go for the thesaurus because I do love the thesaurus. After the first set of obvious common synonyms for mother, there was a second set. That set of words included these: source, originator, initiator, architect, designer. The idea of necessity being the mother of invention was also mentioned. This started me down a whole other rabbit hole. But before we get there, I wanted to talk a little bit about the history of Mother's Day, which in itself is a story of someone being an originator, an initiator, a designer. Mother's Day didn't start out as a Hallmark holiday. Here's how it began, and I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. The story does not have a good ending, so just prepare. Hold on. There we go. Anna Marie Jarvis was born in Webster, West Virginia on May 1st, 1864. She was the ninth of 13 children born to Anne Marie Reeves and Granville Jarvis. Anna founded Mother's Day to honor her beloved mother and then spent the rest of her life fighting the holiday's commercial and political exploitation. Going back a little bit, in 1858, Anne Reeves Jarvis, Anna's mother, was organizing Mother's Day work clubs to improve sanitary conditions and to address the appalling infant mortality rate in their community. In her lifetime, she birthed 13 children and only saw 4 of them live to adulthood. Post-Civil War, 1868, Anna's mother coordinated a Mother's Friendship Day in West Virginia to bring former foes on the battlefield back together again. The initially tense day went well, with veterans from the North and South weeping and shaking hands for the first time in years. 2 years later, Julia Ward Howe, a mother and another forerunner of modern-day Mother's Day celebrations, suggested a Mother's Peace Day. She made the case that war is a preventable evil, and mothers have a sacred right to protect the lives of their boys. In 1873, the inaugural celebration of Howe's Mother's Day took place in June. Anne Reeves Jarvis, Anna's mother, died on the second Sunday in May 1905. Anna organized a small service in honor of her mother on the second Sunday in May 1907. The history of what we call Mother's Day began on May 10th, 1908, with small events in both West Virginia and Philadelphia, where Anna was living. At the church where her mother taught Sunday school, Anna sent 500 white carnations, her mother's favorite, to be worn by all of the sons and daughters in honor of their mothers. The governor of West Virginia made Mother's Day an official holiday on the second Sunday in May 1910. Anna Jarvis spread the word of Mother's Day by writing countless letters and creating campaigns to draw attention both in the U.S. and around the world. It became a full-time pursuit, and the holiday was officially approved by Congress in 1914. Mother's Day became an official holiday in Canada in 1915. Shortly after the official launch of Mother's Day, Anna began to sense that she had created a monster. She saw the florist, card, and candy industries cashing in on Mother's Day. She rallied against exploitation of what was supposed to be a special, reverential day for families. She fought and petitioned against the floral industry, greeting card companies, the United States Postal Service, and charities that used the holiday for fundraising. Anna was not as successful in ending Mother's Day as she was with creating it. Though it would likely pain her to know this, today she is still regarded as the mother of Mother's Day. In 1944, Anna, at 80 years old, was placed in a mental asylum called the Marshall Square Sanitarium. She died at the age of 84 on November 24th, 1948, alone and penniless from the various legal battles she waged over the holiday she started. She never made any profit from Mother's Day, and she never had any children. She is interred beside her mother in West Laurel Hill Cemetery in Philadelphia. On the day of her burial, the bell in Andrews Church in Grafton, West Virginia, was tolled 84 times in her honor. Let's just take a breath after that. As with most topics, there is more to all of them than the obvious. Anna wanted to create a day of celebrating her accomplished and dedicated mother because she loved her. Not just daughter to mother love, but big L love. Everything always comes back to big L love. I had a very dear friend who several years ago shared a story with me about her journey with her own mother. We'll call my friend Charlotte. Charlotte started out in life in a complicated relationship with her mother. They had what she described as an on-again, off-again connection. Times when they were very close to one another, and times when they absolutely were not. Charlotte struggled with the pendulum swing of trying to please her mother and then realizing she never could, from desired closeness to embracing the distance. I listened with deep caring and compassion for Charlotte, recognizing times in my own relationship with my mom when we faced and sometimes avoided challenges. And recalling this conversation with Charlotte, I felt a deep well of gratitude for the relationship I have with my mom now. Charlotte said something, though, that planted a seed in me that has grown over the years into what I guess I would call a spiritual practice. She shared that during the times when there was distance or silence from her biological mother, she discovered that she needed to learn how to become her own mother, capital M mother, clarifying that she needed to develop a way to nurture, care for, encourage, and mother herself. I sat with this one for a while. I mean, it might have been something that she found in a self-help book somewhere along the way. However, tidbits of wisdom like that never drop into our lives by accident. It is always on the universe's schedule that we hear what we need to hear. And so I decided to add this practice into my life. Every so often, I need a cheerleader. I need to recognize when I have done something that is worthy of my saying, "Yay, you did it." And let me be very clear that when I say something that is worthy, that might simply be getting out of bed in the morning. It might be taking a shower, washing the dishes, or even, as you see on the slide, getting the laundry done. As for Linus there with his blankie, the phrase there comes from the work I do with my friend and spiritual sister, Becca. She offers up that guidance to our group whenever we feel the need for some comfort. We pat ourselves on our hearts and say, there, evoking a sense of maternal gentleness. It really does feel good. And then there are those moments when I do something quite heroic, such as rafting down the Colorado River inside the Grand Canyon, completely out of character for me. At times terrifying, at times invigorating, and the whole time most definitely a call to prayer. On our second to last day, I was offered the chance to steer one of our rafts, and I was really proud of myself for having the strength to do it, because those oars are really super heavy. When I give myself permission to say, "You did it, Rachel. I am proud of you," there is a response in my body, mind, heart, and spirit that goes deeper than just a feeling. It transforms me in a way. I mean, it's lovely to hear this from another person. For me, when I hear this from my mom, it means the absolute world to me. And it is also essential that I learn how to say it to myself. While I was sitting with this, I came across a poem. It's a very long poem, so I just chose these two passages to share with all of you. Learn to grow to love your powerful voice. as a lioness recognizes the authority of her roar. The thoughts and feelings of others about you are not your business. Just seen through their scratched gray lenses of experiences, the one you see them through too, mind you. We all do. Your purpose might feel entangled and confused, but you have purpose all the same. That's a promise. You don't need to be less. You don't need to be more. Take your space. Whether or not we receive accolades or even encouragement from our mothers or anyone, it is vitally important that we provide this inspiration for and to ourselves. Remind ourselves to take our space, simply because, as my friend Michael would say, we are here. I want to close with 2 points that connect back to where we began. First, the thesaurus words: source, originator, initiator, architect, designer. We can be the source of love for ourselves. We can design and build our lives the way we want to see them and live them. We can initiate and originate the kind of relationship we want to have with ourselves, regardless or in agreement with the relationship we have with our mothers, whether they are here on the planet or residing in the ethers. All of those synonyms are qualities that we can assign to our mothers and incorporate in our own lives. Secondly, returning to the significance of my writing my name in the Are You My Mother book, because I did promise that I would get back to that. It could have been enough that my sister's name was there in my mom's handwriting, that this was a book that was being passed down to me. However, by little Rachel choosing to write her own name in that book, she was taking ownership of her and our presence on the planet. Me, alongside my young, brave, searching self in that moment, we were owning our space. We were beginning the journey of learning how to see ourselves with the big S. And that is the first step to mothering ourselves. Mothering, meaning nurturing, caring for, being proud of, lifting up, and loving with the big L, ourselves. The mother in me awakes, the mother in me provides, giving myself a whole new life. And so I take me in my arms, hold myself close and tight, giving myself a whole new life. The healing's on. What's past is done. I see things in a different way. I know what's true. It's my turn now to take this on, to love, to be there, to help. The mother in me provides, giving myself a whole new life. And so I take me in my arms, hold myself close and tight, giving myself a whole new life. I am the one. It's all in me to heal, to nurture, to dry my tears, to care, to listen, to always know, proud of, to want to be near, to love who I am, to love, to be there, to help me grow. The mother in me awakes, the mother in me provides, giving myself a whole new life. And so I take me in my arms, hold myself close and tight, giving myself a whole new life. The mother in me, mother in me. So we're just going to take a moment. Some call this prayer time. We can call it whatever we want to call it. I call it connecting. Taking a moment to bring in all that we've heard, all that we're feeling, all that we're feeling, and engaging with it, allowing it to settle in, opening our hearts and our minds to those places where we sometimes protect ourselves, places where forgiveness feels a little scary, places where vulnerability feels like a monster, places where we just need to let ourselves go gently. No matter what our connection is with our mother of birth, our mother of care, our mother in ourselves, and Mother Nature, all of the mothers. We take this day to honor Anna Jarvis and say thank you for creating a day of love for the woman you admired. And we let ourselves sink into the passion that it took to make that day come to be. And we say thank you. And we say there. And we bring ourselves to that place where the big L love is what guides us, moves us, motivates us, and allows us to keep creating the life that we want to live. With gratitude and blessings, I say Amen, Ashe, And so it is. So we've reached the practical stuff slide. This is the practical stuff slide. We are still, of course, in limbo, waiting for our 501c3 status to come to be. And I should say that Reverend Ann is not with us today because she has gifted her mother for Mother's Day an awesome adventure. And so she had to be away today, which I bless her for. I just wanted to mention that. So we are still not 501c3 status. However, if you would like to donate, it will not be tax deductible yet. But you can use the QR code, you can use Venmo, you can also go to my website and contact me if you'd rather pay differently, if you'd rather send it differently. All options are open. We are just starting, so however you're called is fine. And in the spirit of giving, we're going to sing our giving song. And for those of you who know it, while muted, please remember to sing the echo. There we go. Okay, here we go. I'll coach the newbies on the echo. Always so grateful, always so grateful. See how that works? Always so grateful, always so grateful. Saying thanks and giving thanks. Living a life of gratitude is the way I choose to live. Saying thanks and giving thanks. Living a life of gratitude is the way I choose to live my life. And I am always so grateful. Always so grateful. We used to call this my Elmo song because you bounce like Elmo. Look around, so much to say. Yes, I'm thankful now for everything. I have no complaints whatsoever. Nope, 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 nope. Look around, so much to say. Yes, I'm thankful now for everything. I have no complaints whatsoever. None whatsoever. That's why I'm always so grateful. Always so grateful. Always so grateful. Thank you for joining us today. Spirit's Home is a place where all are welcomed, and we hope to see you again soon. In the meantime, take care, be kind. Peace.